They are sad and upset, and they have every right to be, Elmo. People are upset because racism is a huge problem in our country.
It's a children's show. Got that, Bobby? America is a very bad place, and it's your fault. So no matter what happens, no matter what they do to you when you grow up, you have no right to complain. That's the message, and it starts very young.
You got to work at it to get offended at Sesame Street and irate about it, but our man Tucker can do it. Now, it would be funny if it was just crazy, but a more serious story is actually coming out regarding Tucker Carlson, that is, advertisers are bailing on a show due to comments like this.
This may be a lot of things, this moment we're living through, but it is definitely not about Black lives. And remember that when they come for you, and at this rate they will. Anyone who's ever been subjected to the rage of the mob knows the feeling. It's like being swarmed by hornets. You cannot think clearly. And the temptation is to panic. But you can't panic. You've got to keep your head and tell the truth. Tell the truth. If you show weakness of any kind, they will crush you.
Those people. Okay, I'm going to bring in my executive producer now, Larry Epstein, with more. And also, full disclosure, Larry worked at Fox for 8 years, but we don't judge him for that. Larry.
Thanks, Rich. Oh, the irony by Tucker saying, telling the truth, you have to tell the truth, and just keep listening and you'll know why. That's particularly ridiculous. And also I want to put in context what Tucker was saying. This all happening in the wake of the brutal killing of George Floyd in Minneapolis. We've all seen the video. We've all been horrified by it. And it's also a story we've seen way too many times, all caught on tape. A black man being killed by white police officers. African Americans enraged, taking to the streets, demanding equal justice and an end to racial inequality, but none of that fazed Tucker. So advertisers are leaving the show, but Tucker is getting sued over this.
2 women approached Donald Trump and threatened to ruin his career and humiliate his family if he doesn't give them money. Now that sounds like a classic case of extortion.
He's talking about these 2 ladies, of course, Stormy Daniels, Karen McDougal. The one on the right, Karen McDougal, she's suing, saying that Tucker accused her of committing a crime, in this case, extortion. That's not even the craziest part of this story, or the most bizarro part. You'd figure the President of the United States, allegations of an affair, a lawsuit over it, but it gets even more bizarro because Fox News' defense is actually that people aren't tuning in to hear the truth or facts or even news. So this is a statement from Fox News, and this is actually right out of the court records. Would a reasonable viewer be coming here and thinking this is where I'm going to be hearing news of the day? Actually, yeah, it's called Fox News. It's right in the title. It's a dead giveaway, but even the people at Fox don't think it's news.
You know, the amount of times, and again, that's on in prime time, Monday through Friday. It's probably one of, if not their highest rated programs right now.
Yeah, definitely.
And they decry fake news. They put a president on all the time who says you can't believe what the lamestream media is saying. You got to go to places like Fox if you want the truth. And then to turn around, well, to me, Larry, it sounded a lot like the Alex Jones defense, that he's a performer here. He's not really a news person.
That's the first thing I thought of too, as well. It's crazy. And none of this is hurting his ratings, by the way. He's getting over 4 million viewers some nights. That is huge for cable news, and it is one of the top rated shows, if not the top rated show. And yeah, for them to admit it, I mean.
But where does this extend to? Because are they saying that there's a delineation, throughout the middle of the day, and then once you get to early prime, then it's all talk, and that's opinion, not fact? Because I don't see that line anymore. And you know, because you were there, you know, with the Shepard Smiths and the rest disappearing over the years, it's harder and harder to see what's straight news and what's commentary.
That line has become more and more blurred. When I was there, by now it's 12 or 13 years ago, but still the same company essentially. When I was interviewed, my last interview, they said, our motto is fair and balanced. What does that mean to you? And they said I give the perfect answer. I got the job. And my answer was, Fox is like the newspaper. At night, the editorial shows are like the op-ed pages, but during the day, it's largely news, like you'll find in the front page and in the Metro section and things like that. And it used to be a lot more like that.
But to me, if you factually defame someone, to be able to have an out to say, it's pure entertainment, don't take it at face value. You're telling an audience in this polarized, toxic environment that we're going through right now that, yes, believe me when it's convenient, but don't believe me here if I could get sued. I defy anyone to be able to draw that line. What's fact or fiction from him? What if he starts saying that vaccines will kill you, right? And then people don't vaccinate themselves. Is he going to say it's purely entertainment? The height of irresponsibility, and by the way, I don't think a court's going to buy this, but the height of irresponsibility here is Fox is now considering basically being compared to InfoWars. Is that really what the Murdochs want?
That's the comparison. What else could one say? And it's more and more disturbing because we're in the news business, and I'm constantly trying to find out what is the truth. It sounds corny, but it's true, and it is becoming more and more difficult for even me, a professional, to do that. It really is. It's unbelievable. And then you hear something like this, where they're flat out saying that they don't have to be held to a standard of the truth. That, to me, it's just really discouraging.
Especially when they take the position every night condemning other news purveyors here as being irresponsible, not to be trusted, and they just say out there, don't hold me to the same standard. Larry, thank you. Now, when we come back, as you know, the economy has already been getting hammered by the COVID shutdowns. After the break, an economist will join me, and he says things, I'm sorry to say this, they could get worse before they get better.